Hi guys! Today is the Chinese Valentine's Day, 七夕节, and there's a very beautiful love story behind it. Today, I'm going to tell you the story. In the vast Milky Way, there are two very bright stars, Altair and Vega, 牛郎织女星. This is their love story. A long time ago, in a small beautiful village, an old ox suddenly started talking, telling his poor master a secret. The ox said, "Tomorrow evening, if you go to the valley and hide behind the hot spring there, when the 7 fairies bathe in the spring, you find the red clothes of one of the fairies, hide them away. She will be your wife." The evening of the next day, Cowherd followed the ox's instruction and came to the hot spring in the valley. Cowherd did what the ox said and stole the clothes. The fairies came out of the bath. One of the fairies can't find her clothes. They went everywhere to look for it for a long time. Without her fairy clothes, Viva May could not fly back to heaven. She had no choice but let her sisters go first and continue to look for her clothes herself. Although Cowherd stole her clothes, Viva May fell in love with this straightforward and poor boy at first sight. Viva May married Cowherd. Cowherd plants crops, Viva May wove cloth. Together, they make a living. 3 years passed, and they had 2 children, 1 girl and 1 boy. Although they were living a life of poverty, but they are joyful and happy. Though 3 years had passed in earth, only 3 days had passed in heaven. The Queen Mother of Heaven discovered Viva May had not only not returned to the heaven, but had married and had children in the mortal world. She got so angry and sent the troops to escort her daughter back to heaven. That day, Cowherd was working in the rice field as usual. Suddenly, there was a lightning and thunder, and the sky had a weird appearance. He felt very uneasy and his heart sunk. Without a thought of anything else, he rushed home. But it was already too late. When Cowherd had lost the will to live, his old ox spoke again, said that he was about to die, and used his skin as a cloak, as it will enable Cowherd to fly to the heaven to find his wife. The old ox fell down dead right after saying those words. Cowherd took the ox skin and took their 2 children, came to the heaven. They were just about to get to each other. The Queen of Heaven arrived. She pulled her golden hairpin and struck a line between the waving maid and her family. And all of a sudden, a river appeared in the heaven, and the river prevented Cowherd and waving maid from being able to reach each other. The waving maid looked across the Milky Way at her husband and children. They all crying. And all of a sudden, a huge flock of magpies appeared from out of nowhere, and all these magpies formed a bridge so that the waving maid and her family could meet up on the bridge to be on each other's arms again. The fairies and the generals of army of the heaven, they were all so moved. Even the Queen of the heaven have the respect for their faithful love. The Queen Mother of Heaven allowed the magpies to form a bridge across the Silver River, the Milky Way, every year on the 7th day of the 7th month, so that the Cowherd and the Viva Maid could be reunited once a year. When Cowherd and Viva Maid died, they turned into the stars called Cowherd and Viva Maid, looking at each other forever from each side of the Milky Way. Later, In the memory of their beautiful love story, Chinese people make the day of their reunion the 7th day of the 7th month of the Chinese lunar calendar, China's Valentine's Day, or the Double Seven Festival, 七夕节. On this day, Chinese girls take part in worshipping 织女, the weaving maid, begging for dexterity in needlework, which symbolize the traditional talents of good women. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.